If you or a loved one are struggling with type 2 diabetes, you should visit the link in the description below. This clinically proven, drug-free program lowers blood sugar to a normal level and can completely reverse type 2 diabetes within just a few weeks. Here's today's video.
The question, how do you reduce blood sugar with a diet? Answer by Saida Hajiva. Diabetes is a disease spreading among all ages of people in the world. It is also called as diabetes mellitus, DM. Type 1 diabetes cannot be a cure, but type 2 diabetes can be reversed. It cannot cure completely but can be remissio, and you don't need to put too much to reduce the high blood sugar level in the blood. Just need simple lifestyle changes and diabetic diet plan. Diabetes rate has been increasing frequently. It's spreading out rapidly among the people. Fast fact, 30 million of people in the U.S. are having type 2 diabetes. 2% of children and adults have suffering pre-diabetes and type 2 diabetes. What is the real process of reverse diabetes? Diabetes can be controlled and maintain normal blood sugar level in the blood by taking healthy diabetic diet plan, lifestyle changes without using medications. Induce the insulin process in the body. What are the general reasons for type 2 diabetes? How to reverse type 2 diabetes naturally with diabetic diet plan. Type 2 diabetes can be reversed by planning diabetic diet plan or super diabetic diet plan. Low carbohydrate or countable carbohydrate. Add whole grains and rich fiber in food. Super diabetic diet plan. Easy way to reverse diabetes. Required healthy fats and lean proteins. Split portions of foods. Divide the portions of foods into 3 to 5 parts. Eat a smaller portion of each meal in a day. It is because you feel hungry often so that you can eat smaller portions of foods and it keeps metabolism. Keep best diet for diabetic. Diabetic diet plan chart. Morning breakfast. Boiled egg or toasted egg with whole grain bread stuffed with tomato, carrot, broccoli, soy sauce to make sandwich with orange juice or baked egg with tomato salad. Oatmeal with nuts, honey, berry salad. In between snacks, nuts like almonds, 2 to 3 walnuts, with half a glass of milk. Or orange, kiwi is the fruits for diabetes. Lunch, apple toasted sandwich stuffed with peeled off 1 apple, whole grain bread, cheese, egg sp. Wrinkled. If you need spices, add some pepper on the top, oven it for a few minutes to have the best lunch for type 2 diabetes patients. Or 1 cup of mixed vegetable soup with toasted bread, a salad of green vegetables especially bitter gourd or sliced orange apple salad. Evening snacks for diabetes, apple sliced with honey and cinnamon, or 1 orange. Try to avoid juice, bite or make sliced fruits to eat. Apple and orange are the fruits for diabetes. Super diabetic diet plan, easy way to reverse diabetes. Dinner, have lean proteins like 12 cups small cup of sliced pork, egg, and fish in your food with whole grain bread sandwich. Or vegetable stir fry or vegetable salad like green vegetables like broccoli, bitter gourd, soybeans, garlic, and cucumber. Or brown rice with vegetable fry. Food to avoid type 2 diabetes. Starchy vegetables like potatoes, beans, peas, mango, beetroot, papaya, sweet bread, have high carbohydrate content in it. Try to reduce the intaking of these vegetables and fruits for diabetes. Avoid adding more sugar in meals. Sweets, junk foods, cold drink beverages. Bottom line, reduce stress. Super diabetic diet plan, easy way to reverse diabetes. Answer by Rajendra Bala. Diet does not reduce or impact blood sugar much except for a few hours. You can cure diabetes permanently within days without worrying about any side effects. Read till end. Diabetes symptoms are increased thirst, frequent urination. Thirst is caused when the blood volume is reduced. So the first target for management of diabetes should be to increase blood volume. Once thirst is managed, frequent urination will automatically stop. Urination will reduce because in the absence of thirst a person may drink much less water. Drinking water with meals can improve health in following ways. This question had troubled me for more than 15 years. I changed various formats of drinking water. I drank water on empty stomach for a good 10 years or more. I used to avoid drinking water with meals. Results: whitish layer on tongue. Increased sensation of thirst with passage of time. Thick saliva. The taste of food was impaired. I did not like the taste of most of the food that once I used to like. So 2 months back I decided to drink 200 to 300 milliliters water with each meal. Results shocked me. I stopped feeling thirsty. Saliva volume increased tenfold. Food started tasting better. There seemed to be significant improvement in the sharpness of brain. Not drinking water for 36 hours was very easy. Let us first understand about what is there in our body. 65 to 75% of body weight is fluid, 15% of body weight is bones, 5% could be waste sitting in large and small intestines waiting to be excreted. Rest is fats, muscles and other molecules. So going by weight, volume fluid should be most important. Otherwise also bones, fat and muscles are fed the nutrients supplied by fluids. They all, bones, muscles etc., are stationary. It is the fluid which moves from one place to another. So we need to control and understand the working of fluids. This fluid is there in 3 major compartments. Of the total fluid 10% is blood. Rest of 90% fluid is there in cells and in space between cells. Blood, 10% of total fluid, feeds the nutrients to rest of 90% fluids. Think what will happen if the 90% of the fluids fall short of minerals and carbs. Now understand that almost 70% of the minerals and carbs are manufactured in the body itself with the help of other minerals, hormones and enzymes. Think again, if there is shortage of blood glucose in 90% of the fluids, the body, liver, will raise glucose in the blood by assigning top priority to convert everything into glucose. Glucose is the single most important nutrient needed in our body. No diabetic dies due to excessive blood glucose. They die when body fails to meet the requirement of glucose. When there is shortage of energy, heart and other vital organs do not get enough energy to operate optimally. Heart attack and cholesterol is never caused by anything but by excessive fluids caused due to insufficient energy supplied to the heart to push the fluids with required force. Heart stops working due to lack of energy and not due to clotting. Clotting takes place when heart stops working. The explanation of drinking water with meals is as under. When we eat food, our stomach produces acids and other enzymes to convert the food and other liquids into a paste. This paste is passed on to small intestines. Small intestine is connected to blood veins. The minerals, carbohydrates, fats, proteins, water, enzymes, and other nutrients are absorbed in small intestines and moved to liver for further processing. After processing in liver, the mineralized blood is sent to kidney for balancing of the minerals. Any minerals found to be out of correct proportions are filtered out. First benefit of this will be that blood volume will increase as more fluids will be absorbed with minerals because of more water content in the food. Second, there will be better absorption of minerals, proteins, carbs and fats etc. When we drink water on empty stomach, there will be acid production in stomach. The water will not be absorbed in small intestines. If we drink water after more than 1 minutes after a meal, the water will not form part of the paste. Now take an example. Take some toothpaste in a bottle. Add some water to that. Now shake the bottle for 15 minutes. After shaking for 15 minutes, you can see watering particles of paste separately. This water will not be absorbed in small intestines. Even the absorption of minerals will be low due to formation of crystal or paste. That is what will happen in our stomach. So we should drink water in the middle of a meal. Or rather spread out the water evenly throughout the meal. So drinking water with meals should help cure varicose veins problem and other health conditions associated with poor blood circulation as well as anemia. It should also help improve the skin. It should remove the dark eye spots and improve eyesight. It can improve cataract as well. It can prevent prostate cancer as well. There are 1,000 of possibilities. But I remember very clearly that when I increased my water intake and started drinking on empty stomach, all the health problems were cured in less than 10 days. Same result I saw with lot of other people also. That is an indication that drinking water on empty stomach is meant to remove metabolic toxins. So we do need to drink water on empty stomach as well after every few days. Diabetes cure and weight loss. When we drink water or any other liquid after more than 10 minutes after a meal, the water and other liquids are not absorbed in small intestines, in the absence of stomach acids. Stomach acids are produced only in response to food and not in response to water and other liquids. The liquids and water are passed on the large intestines. In large intestines also the excess water and vitamins are absorbed. However, the large intestine does not absorb any minerals, carbohydrates, fats and proteins. This water is passed on to intracellular fluids. No processing is done by liver and kidneys. This is kind of direct reach to the body fluids which are passed on to cells. Over a period of time, the intracellular fluids around the large intestines become devoid of most of the minerals. These fluids are also stripped off the essential glucose. In the absence of glucose, the metabolic rate falls, which causes increase in blood sugar to compensate for the lack of glucose in intracellular fluids. The absence, or lack, of glucose in interstitial fluids will cause flight of fluids from blood, making a person feel thirst all the time. that gets converted into diabetes in due course of time. Not drinking any fluids except with meals will dehydrate the large intestine and surrounding areas of excess fluids. This will result in increase in metabolic rate. It will also help reduce intracellular water. Average total intracellular fluid makes up about 30 to 50 liters of fluid. That means a loss of 5 liters of intracellular fluid can be brought in about 30 days. That is the fastest and safest weight loss that is possible. But weight loss is not happening? I am expecting it come later. Body goes through a process of adjustment. There are obvious improvements. Weight loss will follow. The increase in blood volume may cause weight gain initially. As the metabolic rate picks up, the weight loss will be there. The excess water reaching in large intestine is the cause for prostate problems. Read my blog for detailed explanation about the role of fluids in our body. My blog in brief. Chronic mineral imbalance in blood leads to low metabolic rate, resulting in aging and age-related diseases like blood sugar, blood pressure and heart disease, etc. To correct mineral imbalance, do hydration-dehydration cycles, and to increase resting metabolic rate, do walking and rest routines as detailed on my blog. Read my blog for more details or watch my YouTube videos at Rajinder Bala. To increase resting metabolic rate, RMR, do the following. Walk for 5 minutes at easy pace within your home in the morning. After walking, rest for 510 minutes in bed. Repeat the above 3 times in the morning, afternoon, evening and at night before sleeping. So that makes for 12 walk and rest routines, or 5 by 12 equals 60 minutes of walk for the entire period. One can do it selectively during weekdays and on working days only in the morning and at night. The idea about walking is that it mobilizes energy, and before the entire mobilized energy is spent, we rest. In such a case, a part of the mobilized energy becomes available for vital organs. Doing walking and rest routines takes care of aging-related diseases as well. Hydration-dehydration cycles. Day 1 to 5, drink 300 milliliters water with every meal. Total fluids intake on these days should not exceed 600 milliliters to 900 milliliters. Day 6 and 7, drink 200 milliliters water every 2 hours from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Repeat after 7 days till you are completely free of diabetes. Hopefully, in case of pre-diabetics, this will work in 15 to 30 days, completely reversing the diabetes. After you get free of diabetes and your blood sugar reading are back to normal, you can start drinking water at any time, but keeping in view the above principles. The big question that one may be interested to know will be, why should then a person drink water on empty stomach or at any time other than meal? Initial results indicate that water reaching large intestines help removing the metabolic waste. So that is also equally important. Sugar, food, etc. has no bearing on diabetes and blood sugar management. 1 to 2 persons have reported reversal of diabetes in less than 10 days. Also read my blog for detailed explanation of how the above steps ensure perfect health. Feedback will help a lot of people out there. Answer by Ray Kamane. A diabetic diet is a dietary pattern that is used by people with diabetes mellitus or high blood glucose to manage diabetes. Diabetes occurs when blood glucose, also called blood sugar, is high. Diet and regular exercise are important parts of a healthy lifestyle when a person has diabetes. Type 1 and Type 2 diabetes are the most common forms of diabetes, but there are also other kinds, such as gestational diabetes, which occurs during pregnancy, as well as other forms. The more severe form of diabetes is Type 1, or insulin-dependent diabetes. A diabetes diet simply means eating the healthiest foods in moderate amounts and sticking to regular meal times. General diet guidelines to reduce blood sugar are as follows. High fiber and high protein, but not too much. Foods. Fiber can help us feel more full and satisfied, and keeps digestive system working properly and helps in better regulation of blood sugar levels. Fiber-rich foods like green leafy vegetables, whole grains, some fruits like orange, apple, avocado and papaya, etc. Compared to carbohydrates, protein keeps blood sugar levels steady. When consumed alone, protein does not generate a rise in blood sugar. Some of the best protein foods for managing blood sugar include beans, peas, soy and soy products, lentils, egg, poultry and seafoods, low-fat dairy products, nuts and seeds. But processed protein foods should be avoided. Low carbohydrates and low-fat foods. Low carbs have shown positive effects on weight reduction and glycemic control. Carbohydrates are broken down by the body into sugar, directly leading to high blood sugars and can significantly raise blood sugar levels in diabetics. Low-carb diets work well in the long term, as long as one adheres to the diet. So better to eat low-carbohydrate foods like whole grains and cereals, whole lentils, whole fruits and vegetables, etc. Eating too much of any kind of fat is not good for health. There are also fats that are good for us, even helpful to those of us with diabetes. Fats are essential to keep our cardiac and neurological systems healthy. Good fats like olive oil, mustard oil, sunflower oil, coconut oil, fatty fish, and nuts, etc. Maintain healthy weight. Eating well and maintaining a stable weight is particularly important for people with diabetes. Small changes in diet, such as reducing portion sizes and swapping to low-fat dairy products, can help to achieve a healthy body weight and manage diabetes. Avoid excess stress. Excessive stress is a major barrier to effective glucose control and a danger to one's general health. It can cause blood sugar levels to rise due to an increased release of the stress hormone cortisol. So it's important to control stress by good sleep, massaging, yoga, meditation, etc. Exercising, yoga, physical activity in any form causes our body to burn calories. Regular physical activity improves our body's sensitivity to insulin and helps to prevent glucose from building up in blood. Moderately for about 30 minutes. Flexibility exercises. Yoga helps to significantly reduce fasting and postprandial blood glucose levels. It keeps the condition under control and improves overall quality of life. It is well known that regular practice of yoga can help reduce levels of stress, enhance mobility, lower blood pressure, and improve overall well-being. Drink more water. Having high blood glucose levels can also increase the risk of dehydration. Drinking water helps to rehydrate the blood when the body tries to remove excess glucose through urine.